Domination. CJ Cypher just cooked at the UA Next Sevens camp and led Carrollton to a championship. And he also won MVP. Let's talk about his performance today, coming up on the show. All right, what's going on, y'all, man? Welcome back to the show. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hype up the video, man, and stay tuned for more, man. We're growing this thing, talking Tennessee, Miami, Georgia Tech, so many other teams, man. But today we're talking CJ Cypher. All right, he absolutely popped off at this UA Next Sevens camp. I never heard of it before. Maybe this is the first inaugural year of it. But I just want to talk about some of the things that he was able to do. And we're going to share some clips and show some different things of what he was able to do at the event and just show you how talented this Miami commit actually is. So we are going to mute that because we're not trying to get copyrighted. Okay, so right here, let's see. Surveying to the left, right? Obviously, stutter steps with the feet a little bit, but good strong arm. Fits it into a tight window. Nice solid throw right there, right? You'll take that all day long, okay? So that was one of the very many plays that he also had, okay? Let's see what else. CJ was all over Billy Tucker's things. You know what? I can just go to his page because he had all the clips on his. Hold on one sec, y'all. Okay, so this one I liked as well with CJ. You guys, no, you cannot see that. You're looking at H at the monster. So I liked this one a lot with CJ because he kind of went through his progression here, as you guys can see, right? One, he looked to the right, didn't like it, waited a little bit, and then boom, got to get it out, right? So under 3 seconds, ball's out, throws it into a tight window. This defender was right here, as you guys can see, and then boom, look where the ball is. Almost where his receiver can get it, hand stretched up, right, into the shooter's pocket, right? Same thing here, good angle, good footwork, right, as you guys can see. And then boom, look at him deliver, strong rocket spiral, right over the outstretched hands of the DB, right into the loophole right here. Okay, so let's see what he's looking at here. Boom, I'm assuming he's going to try to get this ball over here. Here is his receiver, flanking open. You're going to have to be able to throw it with enough to fit this in this window right here. As you guys can see, as this defender is starting to kind of come up and cheat up a little bit. But does a good job right there, as you guys can see. That was the last throw. Let's look at this one more time. Okay, so he's going to be hitting into this ear hole right here. Nice solid throw before the defenders come over. Okay, right here, pump fake, step up, nice deliver strike in the back of the end zone right there. Same thing here. I believe he hit his running back, Zach Watts, for a nice, obviously, throw right there. So just tore it up this weekend, did a lot of good things, as you guys can see. Ended up winning MVP. The throw, sorry. And this was the throw right here to Zach Watts, as you guys can see, just flanking open. Run a nice little out route right there. One more time. 1, 2, 3, deliver. Right, no hesitation, wide open. Easy route to Zach Watts, who just transferred over. Okay, let's see. I think this one was to Ronte Welsh, right? We've seen that one earlier, right over the outstretched hands, right? Making it do what it do. Another one. This was for the win. Came on the line. Nice throw in the back of the end zone, man. So, again, it is 7-on-7 football, but it's the things that you want to see and the things that you want to hear, you know what I'm saying, from CJ Cypher, getting it done, doing what he's doing, winning MVP at this event. And you can see why Miami recruited him at a very high level. But let's see what he had to say to EJ Holland of Kane's Insight, basically at the camp. So we're going to roll that audio.
Miami quarterback commit CJ Cypher here competing at the Under Armour Sevens, man. What's the experience been like so far?
It's pretty good. I mean, we're the only public school team here, so we're trying to just prove what we can do.
Tell Miami fans why you committed to Miami.
I mean, y'all, the coaches, the relationship that I established down there, it's amazing. Everything about it.
You had a chance to compete here side by side with another quarterback, Najeh. Tell me a little bit about just kind of that relationship and competing against another guy.
It's nice. You get in college, it's going to be the same way. You're going to have to build that friendship, but also be competing at the same time.
What are your expectations for Miami this year? Think they can win the Natty?
Yeah, I think they can. They have everything. They have every piece they need. O-line, quarterback, receivers, of course, DBs. They have everything.
What's your message to other recruits on why they should join you at the U?
It's family-based. I mean, it's faith-based. I mean, everything about it is perfect. You wouldn't want to go anywhere else.
Anything you want to tell the fans?
I'm 100% committed. I'm not going nowhere right now. At all, actually. I'm not going nowhere.
Thanks, CJ.
There it is, right? You heard it. He's 100% committed. Told you everything you need to know. Obviously, check out that interview. Let me show that one more time so you guys can see. I don't want to. That audio came from EJ Holland. He does a great job. He transferred over from Michigan and covering their site over to Miami. He does a great job with recruits. So that was all the insight from him over 17K off of that video, man. So, like I said, I really like what I was able to see with some of the throws again. Like you just saw, he was in phase the entire time, right? Stepping up in the pocket, doing a good job with his feet when it's not there, right? Just being able to make these throws. Golly. Being able to make these throws consistently and making it do what it do, right? See right there. Then we didn't see this in the other clip, but boom, like this, like on a tightrope laser. And this is the sideline. That's the white part. You got to be able to fit that ball in. Perfectly aimed ball right there from CJ Cypher. Easy money throw right there. Then right here, as you guys can see, the defenders are right in that shooter's hole, but he's able to thread that needle. I think that's the thing I like about the accuracy. Thread the needle right there. 3 defenders around, doesn't matter. Still throws a rocket throw. Here, pretty easy, wide open, lead him into the target. Right here, okay, this guy's breaking open. He likes his read to the left. Nice solid throw, breaking wide open. Right here, tight window again. Good job by the defender. Able to fit that in and get, obviously, the touchdown. Right? This is what he does, man. And just to show Carrollton last year, right? This is a team that went always to state championship, right? They were playing for a national championship. If Carrollton would have beat Buford last year, they would have won a national championship, right? So Carrollton had a really good year. I think they're gonna be my number one team. You know, hold on, this thing going bad. They're gonna be my number one team next year, y'all. When we come out with the rankings for high school football, which is going to drop in August, they're gonna be like my top team. I just think they have everything. The addition of Zach Watts, Quelly Felder, CJ Cypher, right? All the weapons on the outside, Rontre Welsh. Defensively, they're going to be loaded again, right? They got everything they need in order to go and potentially win it all this year, and this should be the year they do it. But this is what he did as a true freshman. Now, he split reps, with Mason Holtzclaw, but he still was able to throw for 26 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, 2,100 yards passing, and basically 72% completion percentage as a true freshman. Now, I have been critical of CJ Cypher. I want to see more because last year he split reps as a true freshman. And with some plays in the state championship, being 100% honest, I did not like against Buford, right? Now, there was a bunch of dogs on there that's going to be going playing D1 football. So I completely understand that, completely get it, makes a lot of sense, understand, right? But I am seeing some of those things that he was struggling with, the decision-making, the timing, threading the needle on those key plays. I know it's 7-on-7, but I am starting to see that in some of the clips that he kind of struggled with a little bit last year. But again, he was a true freshman. I just wasn't going to put him as the number one quarterback, right? Or yet that top 5. But I'm starting to see the progression of his game a little bit and him getting better, right? So if you're a Miami fan, yes, they have guys committed. Israel Abrams, right? Knox, right? Obviously throwing CJ Cypher, right? But I think competition breeds excellence. So you don't want a quarterback room with just, guys in there. They're going to give them the spot. Like you want them to compete and make the best of the best win. Right? That is what you want. And it's going to be very interesting because Miami has low-key a dilemma on their hands. Next year, when Darian Mesa is done, are you going to lean on veterans that have been in the program for quite a while? Are you going to bring in these freshmen that are going to be coming in, these highly rated quarterbacks? Right? Or do you go get another veteran again? That's the dilemma that Miami's facing because guys like Cypher is showing you, hey, I could be in a once-in-a-generation maybe talent. I could be a guy that can take the next step forward for this program. Does Mario Cristobal, does Shannon Dawson, do they trust that enough in order to say, hey, here's the keys to the Miami house. Take us there. That's one of the biggest questions because there's no point in recruiting these guys, paying hefty dollar, paying top dollar, if they're going to never play, right? That's the biggest thing because Miami always goes to go get a quarterback. But now we got guys like Cypher, what he did his freshman year, seeing what he's doing in the UA camp and dominating. Like, what's going to be next for Miami? That's the biggest question because they usually go get a portal quarterback to take that spot, which makes a lot of sense. To be honest with y'all, it makes a whole bunch of sense. But going forward, do you want to continue to pay $2 to $3 million, or do you want to go and get a high school player who may not have to pay as much? That's going to be one of the biggest questions, man. But Cypher is definitely one to watch out for. Had a really good season for Carrollton. Now he gets the full keys as a sophomore. He's going to be the guy. He should be the 3-year starter. He might possibly reclass. We could see him to 2028. Maybe he cuts it down next year. But he's had a couple games where he stepped up and did his thing. But now it's going to be interesting to see what's next for him going forward, right? And if he can put it all out there in front, right? But dominated the UA camp, as you guys can see, man. Throws all over the Roger Wells, Zach Watts, and has a very bright future ahead. All right, so it's going to be very interesting, man. But that's all I got for today. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hype up the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And remember, as always, peace and love.